Ultimate FM, lálára àgbàyídá.
Ẹyẹ ló wà láyé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀kìn lọ bá wọn.
Ultimate FM, lálára àgbàyídá.
Máa yí kúrò jẹ́ ká dìjọ máa gbọ́.
Ultimate FM, lálára àgbàyídá.
àràmàdà owó jẹun.
Ó mà wá ga o. Gbogbo ọjà ló tutù bí omi àmù yìí. Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe? Tájú òfin máa bùgbà tèmi náà jẹ.
Ọ̀rẹ́ wa àwọn ọlọ́gbọ́n dorí ẹja mú èèyàn. Ultimate FM ni wọ́n ń gbé ìpolówó ọjà wọn lọ. Ìwọ náà gbé polówó ọjà rẹ wá sí Ultimate FM lówó tí ò ga jara lọ. Àwọn onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá olókoòwò kéékèèké Ultimate FM ni wọ́n ń gbé polówó ọjà wọn wá. Ìwọ náà gbé polówó ọjà rẹ wá lónìí. Ká fi tiwa gbé tiyín lárugẹ ní kìlómítà 36 Àgọ́ Ìwòye Road Ìṣàrà Rẹ́mọ Ògùn State. Àtàjèrè ọjà lẹ́sìn mọ́ ta.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up. Nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at Kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
Boy, leave this channel now. I dey enjoy this Ultimate FM. One happy woman at this Ultimate FM. Man, me enjoy your film. I like him Ultimate FM. Ina jin daɗi wannan gidan rediyo Mutubai FM.
Apalagidi làwa ń jẹ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ ọ̀nà ti jìn ó ti rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn gẹ́bí ẹ̀kọ́.
Ìyá Kàbírù dákun fún Ultimate FM yẹn sílẹ̀ mò ń gbádùn ẹ̀.
ẹ jọ̀wọ́ kó má tọ̀ra ẹ irú ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ lọ́hùn mi àmájálẹ́rú ohun tá
má
à ń
yí
ṣe
kúrò
lẹ́ra
bẹ́ẹ̀
wọlé.
Ultimate FM òun la yín gbọ́.
Ultimate FM, lálára àgbàyídá.
Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show here on Ultimate FM. Today is Wednesday, the 16th day of March 2022. We're already, halfway till the end of this month. So quick. My name is Mercy Carter, your host for the program, and of course I have here with me
Emmanuel Awonisi.
Emmanuel, how are you doing?
I'm very fine.
How are you feeling the cold this morning?
The cold is not really like I do.
You don't ever feel cold.
I'm okay.
All right, do want to join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM. You can also like our page to get notified when we are live to be part of our programs. Listen to us live via our website at www.viewradiofm.com. Follow us on Instagram at official Ultimate FM and on YouTube at Ultimate FM. And we're not going to go on a quick commercial break this morning. Let's just dive straight to the newspaper headlines. On the Vanguard newspaper, UK suspends work study visa applications in Nigeria to prioritize Ukrainians. The United Kingdom has temporarily suspended applications for work, study, and family visas in Nigeria because said it was prioritizing applications made under the Ukraine Family Scheme and in response to the humanitarian crisis arising from the invasion of Ukraine. I know earlier on when the whole crisis started, we were talking about the impact it might likely have on Nigeria and Nigerians, and there was a whole lot of argument online that it will not directly affect Nigerians except for the ones that were in Ukraine, and that was like the main focus then, let's just rescue these people that are in Ukraine, and everything will be all right if that is being done. But from the look of things, we can see that if this crisis continues, it's going to affect Nigerians in more ways that we can even imagine, because right now UK visas have been suspended from Nigerians just because they want to make room for Ukrainians and all that because of the crisis. Although it's temporary, but then it's still going to affect a whole lot of people that would have had it in mind to travel to the UK this period and all those kind of things, to renew their visa and all that. They cannot do all that simply because of this crisis. So most times when we think that all these kind of things will not affect us, it will definitely still affect us in one way or the other. Emmanuel, what do you really have to say about
the invasion of invasion of Ukraine rather, is actually going to affect a lot of things. That has been affecting a lot of things presently, affecting sports in the world, affecting different sector that you feel like, how is it related to this
sports
thing?
That kind of thing.
So the invasion is actually going to touch every aspect, every sector. So we just hope that this
ends
year
soon. Okay, just one more headline. Bandits killed DPO, 2 other policemen, 4 vigilante members in Niger. Bandits have again hit Niger State, during which a divisional police officer, 2 of his officers and 4 vigilante members were killed. The incident occurred yesterday in Nasco Town, Magama local government area of the state. The bandits were said to have launched an attack on the police station before launching another attack on people of the town. It's the audacity for me. Actually went to a police station to go and attack policemen. I mean, these bandits, they're actually, I don't know the right term to even use for them. They are brutal or they are fearless. They don't fear anybody whatsoever. They just go into any place, to the extent of even killing to the extent of attacking the DPO, and he died. And not just him now, his officers and vigilante members also were attacked. I mean, something else that is happening. And in Niger State, there has been recurring incidences of this bandit attack, and I think that the governor of that particular state really needs to do something about it. I know that they usually say that security is the responsibility of the federal government, but in a situation where it's looking as, according to what the governor of Benue State said yesterday, it's looking as though the president is no longer capable of carrying out his duties as president. I think that is where state governors should now come in and not just fold their arms and say, okay, this one is not my job, this one is not part of my jurisdiction. I think there should be a place for them to actually come in and say, let's do something about this. So what do you think?
They have a forum of governors where all governors, where they come together and they talk about how the federation can actually move forward outside presidential meeting. The president is not involved. It's just the gathering of all governors. So they should come together as they used to and talk about the way forward for the country. Because when they all come together, they are the country already. When from this states, the governor of this state, when they come together, they'll be able to see something outside from the presidency, what the president can't really see, because he's just an overseer. So they know the in-to-in things, they know everything that goes on in and out of every state in the country. So I think they should also put that into consideration also.
All right, that was it on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. When we come back from this commercial break, we'll take more headlines, so stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
welcome back to the program here on Ultimate FM. Don't forget that you can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and also like our page to get notified when we are live to be part of all our programs. Emmanuel, what do you have for us this morning?
Alright, I'm on Punch newspaper this morning. NURTW, that is the National Union of Road Transport Workers, protest. Lagos Police deploy massive road patrol team. The Lagos State Police Command on Wednesday assured Lagosians to go about their daily activities without fear, saying it has deployed massive patrol teams in every nook and cranny of the state to forestall the breakdown of law and order. The police public relations officer in the state, Adekunle Ajebutu, in a chat with The Punch, said the commander received unconfirmed reports that aggrieved members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers planned a protest in strategic places in the state. He said, "We cannot take chances. We have done massive deployment and the police patrol team to every nook and cranny, including parks and garage in the state. There is no cause for alarm." When the news actually came out, when Lagosians heard of the protest by the NURTW, they were like, it's actually going to be a very long one, because we are talking about road transport workers here. We don't really know what they are fighting for.
They are fighting because their chairman was suspended.
Okay.
Yeah, they are fighting because the union suspended the Lagos State chairman of the NURTW. That is MC Oluomo, as is popularly called. Yes, and there has been a whole lot of leadership tussle and conflict within them. So I think it's an issue of faction right now. So some people are supporting the fact that yes, he indeed needed to be suspended. Probably because of his his actions and some of the things that had been going on in the NURTW. While some are of the opinion that no, he's their chairman, and he has been in that position for as long as I can remember. So I think that is the issue now. So it's a leadership conflict, a leadership tussle, and that is where the problem comes in. Because if these people now start staging protests and start saying, what if they go on strike? What exactly is going to be the fate of people? Because that is like the umbrella of all road transport workers in Lagos. So if they say they are going on strike, which means nobody is going to move. So let's just hope that thank God that police has stepped in so that it will not become something else. But then they should try and settle their issues among themselves.
And the police public relations officer of Lagos has assured that there is no cause for alarm, that everybody can go on with their daily duties. Okay, another headline here says, Lagos police protesters clash as truck crushes Okada rider passenger. There was pandemonium on Tuesday at the second Lekki toll gate, Chevron Aja, on the Lekki-Epe Expressway, Lagos State, after a truck crushed the motorcycle rider and his passenger to death. Punch Metro gathered that the truck driver was conveying sand to a destination in the state when he suddenly lost control and rammed into the victims around 9 a.m. It was learned that the truck driver, on realizing what had happened, abandoned the vehicle and flee. While the passenger died on the spot, the rider reportedly gave up the ghost later. As I was going through this news story, I know when we were emphasizing on when a truck lose control, like it's always, you have to know the condition of the vehicle of your truck you are taking out to know that, okay, is this thing good for me to take out? Like they don't have that proper check, I would say. But at the same time, 2 people lost their life and the truck driver had to run away when he noticed.
That is usually the case in all this, and in fact, I don't know whether they are ghosts or they are spirits, that they will never be found. Once they run away, that is the end. And I learned that the truck was burnt down by angry youths in the community. But I don't think that was the appropriate thing to do at that particular time, because I saw someone else make a statement. I think he's a doctor. He was talking about this same incident. He said he was an eyewitness and he saw everything that happened, at the spot. According to him, people were more concerned with burning the truck and finding the driver of the truck rather than trying to save the lives of those people that were crushed by the truck. And I think that is the case most times in this country. I remember sometime last week I was going through Instagram too, and I saw another video of a man that wanted to commit suicide, and somebody was trying to save him, and people were making videos and laughing over it instead of trying to rescue the
you
person.
don't know the reason why.
So most times here in Nigeria, we're always concerned about the wrong things rather than doing. I'm not saying that the truck driver was right, you know, for what he did, for running away and not taking responsibility for whatever happened. But let us learn to prioritize things. When we see incidents like this, the first thing that should come to mind is to try to save the people that are involved, not trying to make videos or trying to start trouble. That is not the main thing that should be done, because burning the truck, now what exactly did he bring back the lives of these people? The first person died on the spot and the second one was still breathing, but because of the way nobody was willing to help, nobody was willing to bring out their vehicle to carry. I understand that things are kind of fun in this country. You might help now and something else might happen, and they might start you know how things can be, but still it's not enough reason for us to just sit down and fold our arms. There are some things that you could have done to help at that particular time, and probably maybe one of them might have survived or both of them might have survived. We do not know. So I just feel like people should focus more on the things that are important when things like this happen, rather than trying to make videos or trying to make trouble. Same thing happened in the case of the person that according to what Dami said, he was the uncle of the child, the person that a baby was found inside his courier box, a dispatch rider, and the first thing that came to their mind was to beat up the person. Just beat the man up. You don't even know what happened, you don't know anything about the whole story, you just want to beat the person up. I don't think that is the next point of action. So everything is just wisdom, basically. Alright, that was it on the Punch newspaper. After the short break, we're going to take more headlines. Stay tuned.
Ultimate FM ní tiwa.
Kásẹ̀ tó dáa, kásì bá wọn dẹ́rìn pòṣónú, ká polówó ọjà, kásì tún ka àwọn ìròyìn ìjàlẹ́jàbọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà àti lókè òkun.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Àwọn orin tó bá ìgbà mú, ìlú àsìkò tí ó lè ti.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ìkànnì tó rán wọn dànù òkìlẹ̀ ó tún ta wọ́n yọ.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wa, ìgbádùn yín láàyè ó ti wá.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Fàájì tí ò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ ó pọ̀ ó tún ṣàn.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ẹ ṣe ẹkú ìtẹ́tí bó ṣe dùn tó tún dùn.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ẹ̀tún tẹ́tí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bó ṣe rìnlẹ̀ gbìgbìgbì.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Kìlómítà 36 láwa àgọ́wé èrò ìṣàrà rẹ̀ mọ́.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ṣíjú mélòdì ló ń kọ́ omi lẹ̀ gbìgbìgbì.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Ó dúró pọ̀ létí mi bí mo ṣe ń gbọ́ ló ń dùn mọ́ mi sí.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Onírúurú ẹyẹ ló wà láyé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀kín lọ bá wọn.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Máa yí kúrò jẹ́ ká dìjọ máa gbọ́.
Ultimate FM lálára àgbáyídá.
Alright, you're welcome back to the program here on Ultimate FM. Now let's look at what the Nigerian Tribune is saying this morning. PDP may die if it loses 2023 polls, Atiku warns. Despite clamor for President Muhammadu Buhari's successor to emerge from the south, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has intensified his efforts to pick the presidential ticket of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Meeting on Tuesday with members of the PDP Board of Trustees and firing a warning that the former ruling party may die if it fails to win next year's general election. In a meeting lasting several hours behind closed doors at the Yaradua Center in Abuja, the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2019 exercise sought the buy-in of the party elders for his ambition, telling them that he represents the best chance for the PDP to return to power. Atiku is really making big moves. But like he said, PDP may die. But do you agree with his statement saying that the PDP may die if it loses the 2023 polls? Because from my best knowledge, PDP has been in power longer than APC has ever been.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I'll actually say his point of view is actually looking at it from the governorship election, the state election. When we see the past election, the past governorship elections, APC they dominate a lot of states than PDP. I think over like we have 36 states. APC might have 20 something. Then PDP will be left with like 10, 9. So I think he's trying to say that okay, if PDP is not able to rule the states and they end up losing the presidential election, it's actually going to be a big
and
loss
that
for
is
them.
the reason why this is not the time where they should start having internal crisis. This is the time that they need to stand stronger together if indeed they want to become the ruling party again, because PDP was, in fact, I think before I was even born, I don't know, PDP had been the one ruling this country. APC is a fairly new party. Let me just put it that way. It's a fairly new party. So let's see how it goes, and let's just really hope that they're able to come out stronger, in the next year 2023 general election. All right, auto crash claims 6 lives in Delta. 6 persons died on the spot on Tuesday when a truck collided with a Mercedes-Benz near Akala Park along Ogwashuku-Kwale Expressway in Delta State. Reports from the area said the accident occurred about 4 a.m. involving some women who were going to the market. The victims have been deposited at the General Hospital in Ogwashuku, headquarters of Aniocha South Council area of the state. Wow. Let me just read further. The state's commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Ibrahim Abubakar, told the Nigerian Tribune that the victims were 3 adult males and 3 females, adding that the 2 vehicles scattered in pieces and it was difficult identifying the victims as a result of the impact of the collision. We couldn't find the registration numbers of the 2 vehicles either. The impact, we couldn't just locate them. How severe could the accident be to the extent that the vehicles were crushed to pieces? They couldn't find registration numbers. In fact, it was even difficult to identify the bodies of the victims, meaning that both vehicles or one of the vehicle was on an extremely high speed.
Exactly. We are actually in line. When you were reading through, I was like, see about this.
Because I see no reason why a vehicle that is running at the regular speed limit should scatter to pieces when it hits another car. It's as simple as that. So it's either both of them were on high speed limits, simply because and these things when I hear of them, what just comes to my mind is, are these people even mentally okay? The fact that you're driving on an express road is not it doesn't give you the leverage to overspeed. In fact, it even gives you the leverage to just drive on the regular speed limit, because at that particular time anything can happen because it's an express road.
And I was thinking maybe there was going to be an emphasis on loss of control again, because regularly
even if they don't emphasize loss of control, it's only common sense for you to realize that this was a result of loss of control, or probably one person was trying to maneuver their way, trying to pass one way, and that kind of thing. It always occurs in every Nigerian road, and people still do not learn. And now 6 passengers have lost their lives. And again, it's a warning to passengers. You are in a vehicle and you notice that the driver is driving in a way that you're not so comfortable with.
Get to tap.
Open your mouth. Open your mouth and talk. Don't keep quiet, my brothers and sisters. These are not the times for you to say, oh, I'm trying to mind my business, or I don't. There's the word that some people usually use that turns me off. They say when you're on the steering wheel, you're a completely different person. You are usually under a whole lot of pressure. So, sir, we disturb you because this is my life we're talking about. If you drive anyhow, I'm definitely going to tell you that, please, it's either you park this vehicle and allow me calm down, or you drive in a way that is reasonable. I usually do not blame those old women, those elderly people in vehicles when they tell the driver, "Oga, calm down, Oga." I don't blame them, because they must have seen a whole lot in their how many years of living, and they are scared for their lives. So am I. So let's be very careful as passengers. Do not be scared, because you paid for it. It's usually commercial vehicles that are fond of being involved in this kind of accidents. You seldomly hear of regular because those ones are usually very careful with their they are careful with their cars and their lives.
To scratch, they'll be like
Yes, now. But then you see these commercial drivers, they drive as if they don't have a care